Morning guys and welcome. For my sisters and I's last birthday, my brother gifted each of us a bunch of blind boxes. So we decided to open all of them up in one sitting. At the end, I choose one blind box toy to create an entire art piece over. I hope to make this a series where I randomly choose a figure to create a drawing for. This time around, I decided to make things somewhat easy on myself and chose to do the Smiskis. This is my sister's haul, and this is mine. You open it like a bag of chips. Oh. No way! Bro, no freaking way. I didn't know it was so fast. Hold on, I gotta find it. Okay, ready? I didn't open it, hold on. Okay. Ready?
No, we didn't.
Oh my god, I think I got the flute player.
That's okay.
The Smiskis I have are moving. Oh my god, it's the other way. A cheer. Museum.
Bro, how can you tell which one?
What do you mean?
And toilet.
The secret's in here. He feels tight.
No. Should I just tear it open? Like, how the frick do I open this? Oh my god, I can't open this. There.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sitting on the ledge. Can I have them?
Cinnamon.
Can you help? At this point.
No?
I like Smiskis.
Do you? Okay.
Oh, there you're talking about my you don't know.
No.
Talking about
Okay.
What is it?
the zombie.
We knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. My little drummer boy.
Ooh, I fuck with that.
I got a little drummer boy.
Oh, that's cute.
This one's cute.
No, you're not.
I'll beat you up. I think I got a lamp. Oh my god. This is so Bella.
Oh my god, whoa.
So Bella.
Bro, why is she getting all the ones I want?
Is that the one you wanted?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. But they're all really cute. I fucking love Smiskis.
It's a little cactus. Did you get my reference?
No.
Yes.
Swan? Bella Swan?
Bro, I don't know Twilight in depth like you do.
Right?
Chill. I'm only opening it. Shit.
Whoa.
She's moving.
Me not knowing what this one is.
Look at that.
It's a dude with a pun, like little kid with a grape. This is really cute. I wanted one with a baby Smisky. Look at that. It's a little baby Smisky.
It's not even on here. Oh yes, it is.
Why are you waiting like that?
Ismael, you can press the red button. The red button. You'd think opening up blind boxes isn't tiring, but after sitting there for almost 2 hours, it gets to you. Thankfully, I already had an idea for my Smiski drawing. I could already see it in my mind's eye. My idea was to have a couple of them on a table edge and have them surrounded by warm glow from a lamp or window with sun shining through. So obviously, my first step was to go on Pinterest and gather some reference photos of what sun looks like flooding through a window and hitting many different surfaces. I also wanted to add a bunch of light effects, like showing the dust flying throughout the air and even having a lens flare as if someone took a picture of these Smiskis. Before beginning my drawing, I did a little bit of exercises with my pen just to get used to drawing on my iPad again. I haven't made digital art in a long time. So going in, I was really scared this piece wasn't going to look like how I imagined it. I started off with a loose sketch of the placements of my Smiskis and where the different light effects were going to go. After watching back the clips of my sister and I opening the blind boxes, I realized the second Smiski I grabbed on my shelf wasn't part of this unboxing video at all. However, I did include the Bella, so it still counts. We just have a guest star from the Bed series, which is the one on the right with the hood and carrying a little mug. Going in with color straight away, I decided to have some fun and use a different brush than I normally use. For this piece, I ended up using a soft chalk brush to do everything, and I think that helped me get out of this weird art block I was in with my iPad. I think I've just been doing so much traditional art with school, I became estranged with my digital ways. This piece was also just a big experiment with lighting and effects that also helped me stay locked in and actually interested in what I was drawing, although it wasn't too challenging to the point I wanted to quit the drawing entirely. The color of the Smiski is actually very unique in my opinion, that I did not know how to replicate it in this type of environment. The Smiskis themselves are two types of green, but having them surrounded in a warm yellow and brown room, I didn't know how the colors would play off of each other. I sort of wish I did a small patch of green below each Smiski to make them look reflected onto the table and more grounded in this world. However, having the light projected on the Smiskis already helped a lot in this department later on. I was very satisfied with the end result of this piece that I sort of want to do another Smiski drawing. I have a handful of them and I think it would be cool to make a piece showcasing all of them in somewhat the same way with the dramatic lighting. This time around, I think I would choose a different color than brown and yellow. I wonder what it would look like if they were in a blue room with colored lighting. Maybe sometime in the future I'll do something with this idea. However, I think I have many other ideas I'm excited to start working on. It'll probably be a while before I circled back into Smiskis. Opening all of these blind boxes, I was really thrilled to see the amount of detail that a lot of these series put into the figures. One of my favorites was actually from my sister's haul, being the Irono Monsters Carnival. I actually gifted her a whole box set of these because I thought they were super cute and she had already gotten a couple herself probably a week prior to this. I'm really excited to get my hands on her Ironos and make artworks for them because I already know those are going to be so spooky and cool. I wanted to do this series to practice putting subjects in an environment. I think for the most part I've made characters or drawn already established characters into an abyss type of surrounding. However, I've always loved detailed and creative backgrounds that you would see on social media. I always wish I was able to create something like that, but it always felt so overwhelming to jump headfirst into that type of art. Having an established figure like the toys in blind boxes presents the perfect opportunity to create an environment for them, especially for figures like Ironos that take time to create a background for their series. Funny enough, I chose the figures that don't really have this type of backstory written for them, so it did let me have a lot of creative freedom of how I wanted to display these figures. Since I really wanted to do these light effects justice, since I was drawing all of them out, I didn't want to have a lot of detail in the actual room to take focus away from the yellow light. Drawing the Smiskis, I was scared to shade the actual body and thought that shading the accessories would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, how wrong I was. I drew the bodies pretty fast and enjoyed the process since I was able to get it down and just turn my brain off for the rest of the drawing. Then once I switched to the accessories, I had to turn my brain back on. It was stressing me out. I couldn't get the right green, and even now, I'm not sure if I was able to get the green just right since it's a more dark and saturated green compared to the green of the body. For the most part, I think it looks alright, especially after getting a cast of the lighting at the end. This part is the part I was waiting to do this whole drawing. I was so excited to test my theories on how to draw specific effects like the dust particles, For that, I was able to just draw circles randomly and change the layer to add. Basically all or most of my light layers, I changed the blend mode. I didn't even know that's what it was called. I had to Google it. But I think putting them in an add blend mode made them actually look like they were glowing. Now, could I get the same result by just drawing a bunch of pale yellow on top of each other? Sure, but that would have taken twice as long. Once I added the tiny dust particles, I was getting excited that my piece was really coming together at the end. After messing with the light rays, I had to redo them a little bit since my first try looked very clunky and out of place with the piece. However, after getting it just right and having them casted on the far away Smiski, I added a darker shadow coming in from the left to make the scene even more dramatic. My last touch was adding a lens flare. I was scared adding this would make the piece look too busy, but I really think it pulled it all together. I even added some rainbow light rings. I was also scared this was going to take away from the piece, especially since they were a different color than everything else, but I think it's kind of fun. I was really debating the placement of these rings, but after consulting my siblings, I decided with only 2 rainbow rings since they didn't get in the way of the Smiskis. You can really see me debating which one to go with right here because I kept flickering between the layers, but now for what you all have been waiting for, the final reveal! I'm so happy with how this turned out. It looks exactly like how I imagined it would, and it makes me so excited to do this again in the future. These are all of the figures we opened that day, and hopefully I'll be able to get to them all, or most of them. If you watched this far, let me know which one you would like to see me draw next down in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe so you're notified next time I do this challenge. For my fellow artists and non-artists, if you have some figures laying around, try this out and challenge yourself into making a special scenery for them. If you do take me up on this challenge, I would love to see your renditions. This is it for me today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed me yapping and drawing. Until next time, good night.